Good morning again, guys, and it is actually morning this time, although just barely. Having a bit of a slow morning, had my morning meeting with everybody at work, and actually I'm very, very lucky. I've got somebody on the lookout for me. My contact over at XDA sent me a message this morning and basically said, "Oh, has the rioting begun?" I said, "What?" Apparently at 10 o'clock in the morning, my vlog did not publish, and because I got up kind of late, I didn't even bother checking. So I went over and looked at it, and apparently it was scheduled to post at midnight. So whenever I did all the scheduling and the posting last night, I didn't schedule it for 10 a.m. like I normally do. Oops. So thanks to Jimmy over at XDA. By the way, I completely even forgot to mention, I noticed this while I was editing last night. We had the whole thing. Duncan got home from school yesterday. Christina got home. She was freaking out about stuff because, she wanted to make sure everything was ready in time for the party. I never even mentioned the party. Never even really talked about it. Christina, I mentioned it the day before. Christina plays a game called Bunko with a bunch of her friends. It's like 10 or 11 other people. And once a month they get together and they play this dice game called Bunko. Well, today is actually the day they were supposed to be playing Bunko for this month, but scheduling or whatever else, they ended up doing everything last night. They didn't play their game, they had a big baby shower. 3 of the girls in the group are pregnant, they're very close to having babies, they're all having them at the same time, within like a month or 2 of each other. So all the group got together and they had this party here, loads of food and presents and games and stuff like that. And Duncan and I sat in here and we watched some part of a movie on the Plex server and we played some Rocket League and just had a good time. Had some man bonding time. And I don't think I've ever said it on camera, but I absolutely hate wearing glasses. Just a random thought there. Because as I was filming, I just all of a sudden noticed something on my glasses, so I had to stop what I was doing. I had to take them off and clean them. I'm not OCD, I'm not obsessive compulsive in any way. I just like things to be clean. And when I'm wearing glasses specifically, if I can see something on the lens, I have to get it off immediately. It just bugs me too much. That's why I've tried to do contacts in the past. Just don't work for me. My eyes are way too dry for that. I've thought about doing LASIK, but the idea of somebody actually like laser cutting my eye while I'm awake, not really a big fan of that. And bit of a random topic change, but I saw something pop up, I think it was on Engadget this morning, about this new app called AltSpace VR. So I made a quick video, I say quick, 13-minute video. I had to go ahead and shoot a video about it. Unfortunately, my PC is apparently not high quality enough. It was thoroughly eating my CPU, so I'm gonna have to upgrade my PC at some point to be able to do these kinds of videos. But it's just looking at this thing, and you can check the video out when it goes live on my channel. Such a cool game, such a cool app. And you can teleport around just by clicking where you want to go and it takes you there. You can use the WASD keys on your keyboard to move around, WASD. So cool. And then you right click, you've got your whole UI. I'm not going to go through all of this because, like I said, I made a video about it. It's going to be going up on my channel, but this thing is wicked. I can go in here, you can play Dungeons and Dragons in here. You can go watch videos in here. Like you can, as a shared experience, get together and watch things. It reminds me so much of the game called Second Life, which I've been in briefly a long time ago. And that game just was, at the time, was not pretty. I don't know if it is now or not. But the quality of the video looks, I'm talking. There's a microphone in the game you have to make sure to mute because there could be other people around, you don't know. But this looks beautiful, the interaction is really cool, the amount of stuff you can do. You can, for example, I can pull up a YouTube video and I can say, beam this. And if there's a wall nearby, it will send the video to that wall. So you and your buddies can all get together in VR, like in space. There's a big theater in space where you can get together and just watch a movie together if you wanted to do that. Netflix and chill in space. What? My brain hurts at how cool this is. It's still early days, it's still in beta, but if this is the beta, I really look forward to seeing how it works in the final build of it, and it really makes me want to invest in an Oculus, or the HTC Vive, whatever, or some other sort of PC-connected VR headset, because all the VR headsets I've got are Android-based ones. If they brought this to Android, that would be ridiculously amazing as well, except there wouldn't be the same kind of way to interact with it. You'd have to have a controller or something. But yeah, for the time being, I'm going to spend a little bit of time in this. I'm going to be editing the video about it and uploading it, as well as doing day job type stuff. And I've got to clean up my office a little bit. The lady and her husband that come to clean our house on a regular basis are coming today, so it's weird that we clean before the people that clean come, but they're not here to put our mess away. That's the thing Christina keeps telling me. They're not here to deal with our mess. They're here to just make sure that like the floors are clean and the countertops and just the big things are cleaned. Back to work. Ugh, my brain is still just Wow, just blown away by that. Sorry, putting some cables away, still cleaning. I took literally just a few minutes and cut that video together. Unfortunately, there's a section where I go into the D&D tavern, and for some reason or another, my PC didn't want to put up with that. And because I was in the mode, I was making the video, I wasn't watching the OBS capture, so I didn't notice that the frames were dropping and that it was stuttering, and there's a whole section where it just is sitting there not moving and I'm continuing to talk and like nothing is moving. So definitely gonna have to look into some PC upgrades. And I don't know if there's really anything that's worth upgrading to. I'm currently using, just to throw it out there, a home-built computer. It's got a Core i5 3570K processor in it. So that is 3 generations old at this point. But looking at the CPU benchmarks, one of the fastest you can get, like the Core i7 67 whatever, is only like a 50% to a 75% improvement in terms of benchmarking scores. Don't know how that's going to play out in terms of all of this, or if it would be even worth considering. I am tempted to buy a pre-built. I'm also tempted to just rebuild my existing machine or build a new one. I just really don't know. I mean, I guess I could just literally just update the motherboard and the RAM and the CPU, of course, and keep my hard drives. That would be one way to work around it, but it is getting to be about that time. I mean, rendering this video, the one that I'm rendering right now is only going to take like 6 or 7 minutes, but that's because it's a 720p video at 30 frames per second. I had to scale it down because my computer would not capture it any higher than that. Ouch. But yeah, I mean, I guess if you have any suggestions, looking at my CPU, I've got, like I said, I've got an i5 3570K, so technically it's overclockable, but I'm just not an overclocking type. I think I've got 16 gigs of RAM in the system. I would be tempted to upgrade, maybe even to look into one of the Xeon processors, because I know those are just complete workhorses. They kick the butt of everything else out there, and I don't need the integrated graphics because I'm using an NVIDIA GT780 Ti. I could stand to upgrade that as well, but my video editor doesn't use CUDA. It doesn't use CUDA with anything newer than like the 570, which I have, and it didn't work particularly well. So if you have any suggestions, I'm not going to AMD. The AMD, I've had just bad experiences in the past, so Intel has worked very well for me. Just a personal preference, to each their own, but I'm definitely interested. I'm tempted in looking at either new complete built systems that I can just plop some stuff into, like buy a system that has that and upgrade the RAM and put an SSD into it maybe. I'm also tempted to upgrade my laptop. My laptop is running, it's an HP that I bought a couple of years ago. It's got the Intel i7 4700, 12 gigs of RAM, something like that. And again, we're in the 6000 series Intels now, so I'm 2 generations out. It's still getting the job done, just not quite as fast as it used to. So it might be time to upgrade everything. Yeah, I guess let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm gonna be looking on Newegg and looking on Amazon. I've got Amazon gift cards and stuff, so that might be the best place to look at stuff. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. Well, that was super duper cool. First and foremost here, I got an email from Geek Fuel. I have a contact over at Geek Fuel who I've just been going back and forth. I get spoilers from them every month. But I got the email saying, not only did you win a PS4, you won a copy of Fallout 4, a messenger bag, a Fallout bomb, Guide to the Wasteland. Congratulations. I said, awesome. Do you need anything else from me? So it looks like this is a thing that's actually happening. I'm still like completely blown away. But anyway, I went back into the AltSpace thing. The video I made about it is uploading right now. And I went back in and there were people there. There were like a half dozen people in this room. And there was one guy that was talking, like he was just trying to get people. He walked up to me and he said, Jordan, because he could see my name. You know, what brings you to AltSpace VR? I don't know if he's actually a person maybe doing an interview or if he's a person that is involved with the game somehow. So I came back over to my desk here. I was at the treadmill desk. I came back to my desk here and I was talking to him. I turned on my microphone, and I was able to talk back and forth with him live while I was uploading a video, which is definitely impressive. The problem is that it changed my avatar. There was an update to the client, so it changed me to what looks like a stereotypical female form avatar. And so yeah, I was just like, he said something about going to the mirror room. And I said, okay, I haven't been there yet. So I went to check it out and I was wearing the curvy avatar. So far, this is the one that I've been using, this little swirly dude, but I think I'd gone to this one or that one or something. So I'm back to that guy now. And I actually just got an email back from my contact at Geek Fuel that said, nope, we don't need anything. We'll get it mailed out early next week. This is a thing that is happening. Awesome. And it's a relatively minor change, but I took a little bit of time this afternoon and I moved this desk around. I used to have this Logitech monitor arm back here. It was up here. holding this MacBook Pro, but I started thinking about it and it's like, you know, I could technically hook this monitor to it, take the laptop stand section off of it, and just have this as a free-floating, movable monitor. Not terribly free-floating because it is still limited by the length of the cable, but now I'm able to push that a whole lot farther back because it doesn't have all the stand on it and everything taking up a lot of space, being a big rectangle at the bottom that was really difficult to deal with. So I've got that mounted, pushed back. Now I've got all this extra desk space that I can use, so I can technically have my laptop out here, move the keyboard and everything around, just have a really flexible workspace. I'm loving that. And really the longest part of it was just finding the screws to mount the TV with, and it's holding it up just fine so far. It's a 26-inch TV, and the stand said that it would take up to 11 pounds, and the TV without a stand on it is supposed to be about 10 pounds, so perfect fit. Now I'm tempted to do it to this one as well, maybe just to get one arm that will do both of them and hold them both up, so I have one mounting point on the back of the desk and everything else is kind of up and away. And maybe just take advantage of this little slot right here and put a power strip in there where I can have both of the monitors plug into that and then a long cord coming from that over to the wall. I don't know, very, very tempting stuff. So the guy that helps clean our house, the husband of the family, he's having vehicle trouble, so they're having to come and tow him away. So Duncan, with all these Christmas songs, got me thinking, I haven't touched piano in a really, really long time. So I got it all plugged back in and got everything dusted off, turned it on, and so I've been sitting here, you know, with him, sort of, rather than just a cappella singing the songs, I found out that I had some really old Christmas carol books. Look at that. This was an 89-cent book from Hearts way back in the day. And it's been a super duper long time since I've even touched the piano, but, you know, I remember the grand majority of things. So like... Definitely not in my key, and I'm rusty, but it's something that's just, I've done it since I was a kid. I've been playing the piano since I was 4 or 5, and singing since I was probably a little older than that, and I just haven't been doing that. I miss that. I miss music. I miss instruments. I've got a guitar sitting here next to me. I literally almost bought a ukulele on Amazon the other day just because I've never played one, and I would like to learn to do it. Duncan eventually is probably going to end up playing the violin. I'll probably try to learn that when he does that. But I'm thinking for Christmas this year, maybe I'll play some Christmas carols, even though we're not going to be visiting family this year because the baby's coming.
As you can see, that Daddy's working.
Always working.
Yep, he's always working.
Yay! Loud and food and loud. Loud food and dog farts. I wonder if I captured that. I kind of hope I did. If so, I'm including it. Croissant rolls and leftover baby shower stuff. I apparently, yesterday's vlog, I completely forgot to mention it was a baby shower. I just said party. I just kept saying party. Anyway, pork chops and applesauce. Yes, I know you said it earlier. Yeah. She said it first. Actually, the Brady Bunch said it first. So you're planning to eat all of those rolls?
Yes, I'm going to eat all.
You put them all on your plate.
It's
like, these are mine.
This is not my
None
plate.
for you. Food. Well, we've had dinner now. It looks like it's time for
Rocket League.
Rocket League.
Instead of movies.
You guys said that we have an addiction. It's all that one. Rocket League it's soccer, so it's a thing for him.
It's cars and soccer.
Yeah. It's racing and soccer, kind of.
It's crazy.
Well, we're done for Rocket League for the night. I've sort of had my fill. So I learned a valuable lesson earlier. It's a lesson that I've known for a long time and just had forgotten, I suppose. Somebody asked me for my thoughts on something on my private messages on YouTube, on my Tool.tv channel. Basically asking for my thoughts, my opinions on a particular smartwatch that's just getting started on Indiegogo. It's from a company I've never heard of. It's a product I've never heard of. So my thoughts on it were basically, and I don't even know how to put it now. I can't remember how I put it, but I think the way I put it to him was I was concerned about the long-term viability of it. I was concerned about the manufacturer abandoning it whenever something else came along, because that tends to happen. I put something to that effect and replied to the guy, thinking, you know, it's just somebody that's asking me for my personal opinion. Nope. he took that and he posted it to the XDA forums. Under my name, Jordan Keys of XDA Developer TV says, it's like, if I'd wanted to say that, I would have said that on the forum itself. I would not have said it directly to somebody in a random message on YouTube. So I was more than a little perturbed by that. And basically at this point, if I'm asked for my personal opinion on something in a private message now, I'm not going to provide it. I'm just not going to answer anymore. And that's me getting upset over nothing. I realize that. If I'm going to be saying something about something, I might as well be willing to say it in public. Just like I said, stupid mistake, won't be happening again. So if you have something you'd like to know from me, feel free to ask me. I'll answer in a video or I'll answer in a public facing comment. I'm not going to be doing it in private emails or private messages anymore, with any indication that there might be any sort of privacy there. I'm way too upset over this stupid little thing. Anyway, moving on. Well, I'm a little bit excited now, a little bit happy. I ordered a Smile More shirt a while back. You guys have probably seen it in the vlogs and stuff. From Roman Atwood, says Smile More. I'm in the middle of actually watching his vlog from today. And in this vlog, he mentioned that they're rolling out entirely new shirts. And instead of saying Smile More Roman Atwood Pranks, now they just say Smile More and they have the little registered trademark symbol, because apparently they worked out getting the trademark for that. And you know, I've seen Roman's pranks, but I don't really follow them. I follow his vlogging channel, so I really would have preferred to have something that just said Smile More. This does. So I ordered another Smile More shirt. I've got the red one, now I've got the blue one coming. Black is the only other color they have for men, and I'm just not a black t-shirt person, so now I'm gonna have two. They're a little bit expensive. They're like 20 bucks plus, in my case, it was a little over $3 shipping, so 23 bucks for that. Still, even though I didn't really need another shirt, I needed another Smile More, and you guys do too. So, random thought / question here. I actually just posted over on the Twill.tv channel the Cincy Wi-Fi thermostat review. It's been in the works for a little while now. They're watching a UK basketball game right now, so there's gonna be some yelling. Anyway, just posted that video, but I also posted it over on my blog, over at Twill.tv, and I have a problem. When I post anything over there, if I share it on Google+, it doesn't have a thumbnail in it, so it's not pulling the thumbnail from the YouTube video. If I include an image in the post, so just throw a still from the video into the post somewhere, it'll pick that image up and use it, but it's not going to pull it out of the video for some reason, and I don't know why. So I know I had a theme on my blog for a little while there, one that I had downloaded from somewhere else. It was doing it. So there's got to be something in that theme that was doing that. Maybe I need to go back and find out what that was. So if you have any idea how to use Blogger, Google's blogging platform, and have it automatically pull out, pull out the thumbnail from the YouTube video embedded in the post and put that into the Google Plus share, that would be really insanely helpful, and I would greatly appreciate that. You know, I really shouldn't be as amazed by this as I am, but I'm currently watching a tech talk in VR through my screen. I'm not using a VR headset or anything, but I'm able to watch them, listen to them, interact with them if I unmute myself. And then if I just turn around, I can hit the middle mouse button and actually walk out of the room. And you can't hear anything, of course, because I've got these headphones on. But when I walked out of the room, I'm looking at a waterfall now. I can't hear what's going on in the room. I can just hear the waterfall. Again, this should not be blowing me away like it is, but it is. And you know what? It's actually going to wrap it up for me today. I've had so much go on today. I'm not even sure how much I've filmed at this point. I've spent entirely too much time in this game. Game, VR, whatever it is you want to call it. I watched not all movie, but a decent amount of a movie. The Gamers Dorkness Rising. It was cute, it was corny, it was stupid, but whatever. It was something to do. I watched a VR talk. One of the CEOs of a VR company was on there actually giving a presentation. Very, very cool stuff. And I know I'm way behind the times on this one, but the future is now. And it's almost about to be midnight, so it's going to be time to roll over the day. So, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for continued support. Thank you for spending the day with me. And we will see you again tomorrow. Bye, guys.